do in a microcosm is recruit new companies to the region. So a lot of times we help existing companies as well and startups, but our primary focus is on how do we get companies who've never had a presence here to build a presence here and to create new jobs and new wealth and new opportunities for our citizens. That's really why we exist. And the reason we were created, we're totally funded by the business community as a 501c3. The reason we were created was because it's really easy in New York State, especially when companies are looking to grow their business, for them to get this. You know what that is, right? That's like, oh, that's not my department, you should talk to this guy. And after you pass somebody off about 3 times, all right, they just get confused, they just get frustrated, and they go somewhere else. And for a long time, that's what was happening in this community. People would say, geez, maybe it'd be neat to have, you know, build my new plant in Rochester, and they'd go. And that was the end of that discussion. And we weren't succeeding economically in growth as a community. To be successful economically, a region has to have new companies being created. You know, it has to have existing companies choosing to reinvest and grow, and it has to have new companies coming in. All 3 of those have to happen if you're going to truly be successful as a regional economy. So that's why we were created, to sort of act as that traffic cop, to say, wait a minute, just come to us, we'll sort out this, so that it can be somewhat more seamless to you. Okay, so that's what we do. But here's the challenge with the work that we do. Okay, last year there were about 500 opportunities in the United States for companies to do a major expansion or to relocate or expand an operation somewhere else. About 500 opportunities, okay? And those would be opportunities for, you know, 150, 200 jobs. You look at opportunities that would create, you know, 500 plus new jobs in a community, which is a lot. But you know, when you have 600,000 people working in a community, you kind of need a bunch of those to have things really grow. When you look at that big a project, there were less than 100 of them. Okay? And people have heard me speak before know that I say, and there are 20,000 organizations like ours that exist in the United States to try and help companies expand, whether it be your local IDA and your local government entities or groups like ours. 20,000, 100 opportunities. Okay, how many people want to go into business with us? Yeah, it's tough. Okay, it's tough. So when I took the reins to lead the Greater Rochester Enterprise, I said we have to follow a model to stand out in that. It's more important than ever to be different in that space if you're going to be successful. And I'm not big on not being successful. Claudia knows I serve on 12 boards right now. 3 of them I chair. I founded a private school, the Warrior Salute program out of CDS Monarch. I'm the chairman of the board at CDS Monarch, a very huge, big organization now going through its own transitions. Big business, lots of things going on. So I needed to be able to sort all that out and build the community that I love and care about, and also be successful at what we're doing. So we do a lot of professional development at Greater Rochester Enterprise, and I found a tool that helped me frame what I already knew we wanted to do. And I'm going to recommend to all of you, in fact, if you know, I'm going to recommend that you buy this book and that you read this book. It's really short, so you guys that don't like to read, okay? All the ladies in the audience are going, because my wife reads like 3 books a week, they're all going, oh yeah, I read that, no problem. The guys are going, well, how long is it exactly? Okay, it's 100 pages, okay? And I give this to CEOs, and if you want a copy of this book, just drop me an email later, and I'll send you one, free of charge, okay? Because I think it's important. I buy these by the box load. Claudia knows this. They're stacked up in my office like cordwood, okay? And I just want to talk a little bit about this book and some of the principles of it. Anybody ever read this book besides Claudia? Okay, it's called The Serving Leader by Ken Jennings and John Stallworth. John is a friend of mine.